Hello everybody, my name is Wyatt Terrazas and this is my informative speech. The dangers of texting and driving. Have you ever lost someone you love due to a fatal car accident because the other person driving was distracted by texting and driving? My great-grandfather was hit by a teen girl that was texting and driving. He was hit from behind when turning to go home. He was at a complete stop because he was waiting for the vehicle in the other lane to pass. He was clipped on the right-hand side of his car by the girl who was texting, and his car did a 360. He was hit so hard it caused his vehicle to go into the other lane. He hit head-on with a utility truck on the opposite lane. He was airlifted, taken to a hospital, but died once he got there. His death is still mourned by his family, including me. In my opinion, in order to protect lives, millions of dollars in property damage, and prevent fatal accidents, drivers need to leave their cell phones out of sight while driving. Texting while driving has become a major problem in the United States over the past few years. Though most people will argue that it does not affect them very much, texting and driving has a very serious effect that can change your life in a split second. According to Bearson and Associates, a number released by the National Safety Council, driving while using a cell phone leads to 1.6 million crashes per year. These crashes are simply because one feels that they must respond to a text immediately. Not only teens but adults find it necessary to text while they are driving. Texting while driving endangers not only the life of the person texting, but others that are not aware that the person next to them is being distracted. It does not take long to crash. According to U.S. Department of Transportation, sending or reading a text message takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles an hour, that is like driving a length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. This means you could not have seen anything in front of you that length of highway space. It's like having your eyes blindfolded while you were driving, which is very dangerous. Anything in your way could have been a target for an accident. In order to protect yourself and others around you, texting should be the last thing on your mind when you are driving. Not texting when you are driving can protect the lives of the driver and everyone else driving. Not texting and driving can protect the lives of other drivers. It can also prevent millions of property damage. Every year, more and more people suffer injuries in accidents caused by texting drivers. Along with the increase in texting accidents have come an increase in number of personal injury, insurance claims, and lawsuits. When we drive, we are responsible not to be distracted, which can cause an accident. If it is decided in a court of law that the driver was texting and it caused an accident, according to injured claim coach, they are liable for all damages to the vehicle, medical expenses, and out-of-pocket expenses, and any pain and suffering by the person they hit. One accident can cause millions of property damage. Nearly everyone agrees that texting and driving is dangerous. We can prevent accidents if we stop and think about what can happen if we decide to text and drive. You cannot drive safely if you are not giving it full attention. Texting is a distraction and increases your risk of crashing. Not only can accidents happen and cause property damage, but it can also cause death. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, during daylight hours, approximately 400,081 drivers are using cell phones while driving, creating a great potential for death and injuries on U.S. roads. Teens were the largest age group reported to be distracted by texting and driving at the time of fatal crashes. This means that thousands of people use cell phones while texting and while driving. But more teens using cell phones were the cause of accidents that caused a death. They were distracted from paying attention to the road. In my opinion, driving is the first true taste of freedom to many teenagers. But with every great freedom comes responsibility. I was taught that one of the roles of driving is to keep both hands on the wheel. However, we are used to cell phones and think that we can drive while using them. It does not matter how good we think our driving skills are. There is no way you could text while driving. Such as the case with the teen girl that hit my grandfather. Had she been more alert, she could have seen that he was at a complete stop with a turn signal, a brake light. She was too distracted with her cell phone. There are many dangers involved in texting and driving for both teens, and adults. In conclusion, when texting and driving, you become a distracted driver, a driver that puts himself and others in danger. Many accidents have occurred because of texting, regardless of age. In order to keep yourself and others safe, you must keep your eyes on the road. All drivers have a responsibility to know the power they have when they are behind the wheel. Millions of dollars are spent due to property damage to both drivers. The one texting and distracted, and the one that gets hit by the distracted driver. The most danger in distracted driving are accidents that kill innocent people. Do you want to regret for the rest of your life a loss of one or many simply because you choose to make an unwise decision? Do you want to leave your loved ones mourning your life if you have a fatal accident? Don't text and drive.